Hey Guitar Heroes, I have a couple quick tips for you today. This first one, we're gonna just talk about the regular E chord, the fingering, and some different things that you can do with it based on that chart that I gave you earlier in the week. So let's go. Okay, so if you go back and refer to that chart, and actually it was on Monday, right, that I posted that chart of the other chords that you need to learn, and there's going to be a few more that I need to add into the overall mix. But for right now, so this E chord, okay, so this is, if you don't know this already, first finger on the G, first fret, second on the A, second fret, third finger on the D, second fret. Okay, there's a couple things you can do with this. One, you can go from this E chord to an A minor. Okay, and by the way, this A minor, I'm going to have another tutorial that I've been working on a Led Zeppelin tune. There's quite a few that use this chord, okay? But it's going to involve a 12 string, so stay tuned for that. All right, so here's an A minor, here's an E. Now notice they are the same fingering, but they're slightly different. This is an E major chord. This is an A minor chord. All right. I'm sure I'll upload a tutorial here soon on the difference between major and minor, but for now, E major, A minor, you can kind of hear the difference, right? I always, in a real simplistic way, you can think of major as being happy, A minor as being a little bit more sad or melancholy. There's a lot of those different kinds of thoughts. But anyway, all right, so, and the C is related back, or the A minor is related back to the C, and then I can just keep the first and second fingers there, bring the third finger up, and there's a C back. You've seen that. I think you've seen that in a tutorial somewhere else before that I've done in the group. But regardless, so we got E to A minor, or to make that an A major chord, I'm going to take the pinky in this case and put a second fret on the B string. Here's A major. So now I got E to A. Now, the more traditional way of fingering the A is with the first, second, and third fingers. Some people find that hard to do, to fit all three of those fingers in there. So if you do, you can do it as a 2, 3, 4. This also gives you the chance to do things like right? It's really quite easy to do that with some practice. Okay, so, all right, that is an old Buddy Holly song, or something similar to it, right? So you can go from the E to the A, all right, and if you want a little extra challenge, you take these three fingers up, 1 fret, 2 frets, and either put the first finger, second fret here for part of a B chord, or if you really want to be challenged, if you haven't, I don't know if you've started learning bar chords yet, but this would even be the beginning of a B bar chord, which is often, it's usually the B or the B flat, and then the F that are the hardest. There'll be a tutorial on that as well here soon, okay? Now, if that's too hard for you, you can still go from an A to a B like this, and it's a different kind of B. It's like a B sus4 with A in the bass. That sounds crazy. Again, we'll talk about theory later, but okay, but you can kind of play around with some of these chords. And kind of get some pretty good mileage out of them. All right. So for one of the things that I want you to practice this week is working on going from E to A minor and E to A major, at least. You don't have to do this thing right now unless you want to play around with that, but at least E to A minor and E to A major, all right? And there will be a list of songs that you can do for those chords in the group. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye for now.